A few years ago, it was like my birthday, and so my roommate organized all these balloons for me to
Okay.
like when I woke up.
What? And they were full of farts?
That would have been a next level prank, but no, that wasn't what
I
happened.
can't even imagine like, the amount of...
That's like a year-long preparation
I can't imagine farting enough to blow up
to
a room
a single
full of
balloon. Yeah.
How long do you think... Okay, here's a question. How long do you think it would take you using just farts?
Yeah.
Even with like maximum efficiency, like you got
We're
some...
capturing 100% of the fart.
right.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to fill up one balloon to like party size, do you think?
2 weeks. Maybe more. Maybe
I
like
think more.
Maybe 4.
Maybe like 6 months. I don't think there's that
No.
much air in them.
Yeah, maybe not. But like, there's not that much air in a balloon, is there?
I think there's a fair bit.
Should we do the maths?
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, we need to
So
know.
like average human fart air content? I don't even know how to Google that.
Average human fart volume.
Okay. But then I'll say the loudness. It'll be like 10 decibels.
It's between 476 to 1,491 mils per 24 hours.
Wow, that's a lot more than I thought.
And
That's like a litre.
the normal range is given as 8 to 20 per day.
Wow.
With each flatulent event 5 to 375 mils.
Okay. So will we go with like a middle of the road number in there, or should we
So,
go with the upper
I'll say
bound?
it's-
We'll say you're a maximum farter, shall we? The 1,100.
1,490. Let's say 1,500 mils.
Right. And you're farting at the maximum capacity, essentially. So 1,500 mils a day.
Yeah. How much volume in a balloon?
Imagine if it's 1,500 mils. We'd be like, hang on a minute.
One day's
Who
worth.
created these?
Yeah. Why is this so much harder to find than how much people fart on a daily
Well,
basis?
to be fair, there's a lot of teenage boys in the world and not that many party planners.
A standard 11-inch balloon. No, we want more than that, right? Or is that a normal balloon?
I don't know. Let's just go with that. We'll say 11-inch balloons. They can be smaller balloons if they must be.
Okay, well, that's 11.4 litres.
Yeah, so like 11 days to fill one balloon if you're maximum farting, basically.
That sounds about right. A week and a half to fill a balloon of farts if you're like an overzealous farter.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you fart often. It just means that you fart at great volume. So I don't know.
That's something to put on your tombstone. He didn't
I'm
fart often, but he farted at great volume.
He farted only once or twice, but when he did,
Yeah. So like if you're on the lower end, that would be basically a month to fill a balloon.
that blows my mind.
Yeah, between 11 days and a month.
So for your housemate to fill your room, was it filled or like just a lot?
Let's say there were 12 balloons. That's a year's worth of farts. If he's a low end farter.
Yeah, I reckon to give you like a good volume of balloons, have to be about, sort of 60-ish. So that'd be a 3-year farting plan. And he'd have to hide those balloons somewhere.
Like, this will pay off when Ben's 40. I can't wait to see his
but
face.
also they'd start to deflate as well. So you'd have to...
Well, you have to capture all of the gas and
then like stop them from losing any gas.
well, I don't think you fill up the balloon as soon as you've got one balloon's worth.
Oh, you'd fart in all 20 and keep... Oh,
No,
that would
like,
make more sense.
you get some
like
kind
you fart around between them. I think that does make sense because otherwise you'd fill up one balloon but it would start to deflate. Yeah,
No.
you sort of fart in 5 at a time.
No, you need like a chamber of some kind that's airtight.
Oh, you would just fart in the chamber
Yeah,
and then fill up
and
the
then
balloons.
use it like a helium tank to fill the balloon.
See, I thought you had all 60 and you'd like rotate which
No,
you
because
farted into.
like you're never going to fill a single balloon that way. 'cause
Why?
It's going to deflate quicker than you
Yeah,
can fart into it.
exactly.
Let alone the logistics of how do
How
I
do you fart
how do I
into
get
this?
into the
You're right. Yeah, I think your method's the best method.
Yeah.
It's the least funny.
I mean, I
but
still think it's going to be difficult to. You need like a airtight chamber that you can fart into
And
for
lose
multiple years.
No.
Like it's not an easy procedure, regardless.
Imagine just the whole thing. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for an airtight chamber that I can fart into for several years.
It's like, oh, it's aisle 3. It's quite popular this time of year. I see you're a man of tastes.
No, or it's, I could just actually imagine, like, I'm looking for an airtight fart chamber. Like, oh, yes, aisle 1. Like, no, sorry, sir. This one I have to be able to fart into for several years. Oh, sorry.
You
the
want
several year
the
fart
deluxe
chamber.
model.
That's aisle 5.
Yeah, you're not just filling a single balloon. Like I thought I underestimated you,
Yeah,
sir.
sorry. Yeah, those are up the back, the several year fart chambers.
Yeah.
Or you could hire them out. Like, you could go to the, like, chamber store and be like, we've got your 1 month plan, like, you know, your 6 month plan, or your deluxe several year plan. What event are you planning?
Well, I would imagine if you were really serious about
You
this.
get several farters?
Yeah, you're not just doing it yourself. You're recruiting like
But
everyone
that
you
kinda
know
takes
to
something off it.
No,
I
'cause
think.
if it's a birthday party.
No, I
it's
feel
like we
like
got, like,
knowing
your-
I farted in every balloon is different from knowing it's a group effort.
Well, get one person to fill each balloon. then.
Nah.
It's like, here's 30 of your closest friends all farted into balloons for you.
No.
And then you have to pop it and you're like, Cindy? No, that was definitely a grant, I can tell.
His volume's so high.
Yeah.
There's so much grant.
Not often, but at great volume. As we all know, you can't shut up about it.
Congratulations, Grant.
Yeah. Like in Jackass, they fart in the bathtub.
Yeah, and
like,
it bubbles up.
Yeah, they capture a fart underwater, I think. And they like light it
Well,
on
there's
fire.
one way to do it.
Yeah, but you still have, like, they've got the container.
Yeah.
So they capture it. But then,
Like, how would you carry, like,
You
contain
need-
it for more than that time?
yeah.
So I guess if you had a really big bath and a big container.
Imagine, like, a woman comes over to my apartment and she's
Like, why do you have a bath?
I just
of
need to
several
take a
rooms?
bath. I'm like, don't go in there.
But also be like, don't go in half the house.
Oh, yeah, it stinks in this whole place because we've got quite the experiment.
Well, they wouldn't stink because you'd have them contained.
That's true, we've got
the
it
smell would
confined.
be fine. It'd be like, why do you confine yourself to, you know, just the east wing of this giant manor? Like, well, the rest of the house is bath. Like, oh, that sounds amazing. Can I
Yeah.
use it? No.
You cannot. Unless
You
you've got
cannot
one on the...
use one in the chamber.
If you've got one in the chamber, then you can definitely
If you've
use
got
it.
one in the chamber, I'll put one in my chamber, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
She's like, I don't. I'm like, probably for the best.
Like, no, you may not use my multi-story,
Yeah.
multi-room bath.
My Wallace and Gromit-esque like apartment that's all designed to capture farts for my roommate's birthday next year. Even he must be
Not
like,
even next year.
in several years.
3 years from now.
Even he would be like, what is all this machinery? I'm like, don't you worry about it.
You'll find
But
out.
it'll pay off one day.
I've got quite the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I don't know. So anyway, how
The reason I brought it up was
did I get onto the fact they were filled with farts?
it's best not to
Dwell.
dwell. The reason I
That's
brought
what that woman would say.
The only reason I brought this up was because my roommate filled all these balloons with regular air, to my knowledge, as a
feel
nice
like we need to-
birthday gift. A birthday surprise that I woke up to. And
How do you get them in the room without waking you up?
they were just in the hallway. So,
Oh,
like, I
right,
opened
okay.
my door and there's, like, all these balloons there.
That's nice.
Yeah, and she was like telling me about it the next day, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I popped one while I was filling
Wow,
them
damn.
up. Did you hear? Like, I thought I spoiled
Like,
the
it sprung
surprise."
myself, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh no, I didn't hear it." And she's like, "Oh, that's good, but I was just gonna say if you did hear it, oh yeah, I just farted." That was gonna be a cover story.
That's a terrible cover story. I just farted. Bang!
Well, I guess it
I
depends.
mean, then it would be the other on her tombstone. It would be she doesn't fart often, but she
but
farts
boy, does she
a
have
great volume.
great
But hers would have in brackets decibels,
decibels.
whereas Grant's would have milliliters
Yeah.
to distinguish. I think that's really come full circle.
I think she's glad I told this story about her.
Midnight Crisis.